So game 4 was pretty real. It was basically a must-win because if we went down, then it would have been a 3-1 series, and given that we're the Sixers and the NBA hates us, there's no way we would have came back from 3-1 down. But luckily for us, CPU has no damn idea on how to defend a pick and roll because they had Jared Sullinger doing some weird hedge thing on Brandon Ingram, and then because why not just continue making Jared Sullinger look bad, he misses that jumper. And then once again, the CPU shows that they have no idea how to defend a pick and roll because Jahlil Okafor gets in the open space and then Nerlens Noel just throws it down. So we tied this thing up at 2-all. It was pretty good. We see the flat top celebrating. That's a good thing. He always keeps that thing in tip-top shape. Now that joke doesn't make sense because it's a video game and the hair never actually changes. But I don't really know what I'm talking about. We went back to Boston for a huge Game 5. Shout out to Amir Johnson for hitting the first jump shot of his career. I'm pretty sure I saw him hit like 2 3-pointers this year for the Celtics, so I guess that's not accurate. And then Denzel Valentine just loses the ball. This pass to Brandon Ingram makes no sense. Isaiah Thomas had no chance in defending that one. So as of right now for Game 5, it's like, oh yeah, we're going to take a 3-2 lead and we can finish this thing out in Philadelphia and we can upset the number 2 seed in the Celtics, even though I think we only have like a 3-game win difference because 2K doesn't make any sense. But then Jay Crowder decided to just steal the ball from Okafor. Too bad because the flat top was wide open under the basket. And then Denzel Valentine just says, why don't you eat those 2 points? And then I try to run a play that works majority of the time, Jahlil Okafor that close to the basket. Unfortunately, 2K just wasn't having it. I guess the Hall of Fame difficulty was showing its light on that one. And then we decided to just leave Isaiah Thomas open. Look, I understand the guy's short. You might not see him when you initially look around the court. He's really damn good, so we gotta cover him. They still can't cover Nerlens Noel, however, as he's, what does he have, 9 points, 8 points right now? That's the most points he's ever going to score for us. He does whatever the hell he just did, and then Denzel Valentine gets to the free throw line once again. That dude is relentless going to the rim. The way Denzel Valentine drives to the basket, in 2K at least, is the way that I'd like to see DeMar DeRozan do in real life. I don't know why the hell I just decided to throw shade at DeMar DeRozan, but I did. Once again, Nerlens is open, but what the hell was that? Did you see that miss? That was like the greatest missed shot in the history of the NBA. I mean, wide open, under the basket, and look at that. Now we're down 3-2. If this was real life, Philadelphia fans would be killing Nerlens Noel for that miss. I mean, my goodness. But luckily for him, it's a video game and not too many people are actually going to see this. Well, maybe a few too many people, whatever. Nerlens will be fine. Now it's Game 6. We're in the second quarter. We're already down 6 points. I got to go to Jahlil, who's had some up and down moments in this series, but that time it worked out pretty damn well. Even though he had like 2 guys on him, basically, it was at a bad angle, but he still made it. We cannot defend Valentine whatsoever. And, well, you're going to see it again here because he gets some 3-pointer off of a pick and roll. We're already down 10 points. This is beautiful. Facing elimination in this Game 6, we're at the risk of getting blown out at the moment. This is a really weird passing lane and it should have been stolen, but luckily Sarge knows how to hit a jumper, even with that C+ release. Every time I shoot it, I don't think it's going in because it's always like a C-, but it drops. It drops for Valentine as well. You know, I probably should have had Jeremy Grant in the game some here to put him on Valentine, but the fact that he can't shoot a jumper, it's like, that's something we're going to have to work on with Grant in the offseason. He can get some more playing time because right now, Covington gets those backup 3 minutes. Ingram with the weird-looking release over Isaiah Thomas. Can we come back in this game, or are Sixers fans just going to be really mad? Then again, people in Philadelphia are always mad, so I mean, extra angry if we can throw some weird alliteration at you. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do know that Dennis Schroeder just dropped a 3-pointer in. 3-point game just like that. Schroeder didn't do crap in the first half, but luckily I didn't show the first half. Well, actually I did. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I also don't know why Marcus Smart is shooting a 3-pointer because didn't that dude just have like 2 of the worst shooting seasons in the history of the NBA as a point guard? I'm a Celtics fan. I still love him. Brandon Ingram ties it up. Shout out to him for being the next Michael Jordan. So can we actually maintain this tie going into the fourth quarter? Well, maybe not, because we can't defend the 3-point line worth crap. We've seen Valentine hit like 3. We saw Isaiah Thomas hit 1 there. They actually play some decent defense on the pick and roll this time, and Marcus Smart, while I can knock him for his shooting, I also have to praise him for his very good defense. as he gets out into the open floor. And we tied this thing up, but now we're already down 7 points going into the fourth quarter. This ain't good, y'all. This is not good at all. So let me get it to Okafor. You'll see Rodney Hood is actually in the game, because sometimes when I go to the Okafor surrounded by shooters lineup, sometimes we don't have enough offense outside of Okafor. So maybe that's a lineup that we can go to more with Rodney Hood to go in there with Okafor. Anyway, I say all that and TJ McConnell was left wide open. I'm just talking about how Okafor doesn't have enough offense around him, and then he drops that one. Speaking of offense, Brandon Ingram's in there now, and they left Seth Curry open, and I've hit about 4 3-pointers with him this whole series, but luckily that was one of them. 1 point game. Can we force a game 7? Let me fast forward to about a minute left. This is Denzel Valentine. I'm sure he cheesed his way into the paint to get to the free throw line. So it's 2 points. I have to imagine that I do something with Brandon Ingram here, or I just set it right off to Jahlil Okafor. I mean, it's a pretty damn good play. And you're going to see what happens here. The CPU's ready for it, and oof. I was ready to dish it off to Seth Curry for the 3-pointer. They stole it. I don't jump at all with Dennis Schroeder because I was probably thinking he was going to pass to Isaiah Thomas. This ain't good, y'all. Now, granted, we are the 7th seed, so we're supposed to lose this thing. But I mean, you know, who doesn't want to make it to the second round of the playoffs? This shot makes no damn sense. And when Brandon Ingram made that, I officially said to myself, there's no way we don't win a championship during this series. Of course, we're going to win a title at some point because that's just the nature of a MyGM series. But when Brandon Ingram's able to hit shots like that in only his rookie year, I mean, that's just pretty stupid if you ask me. And then we block Denzel Valentine. I think that was Nerlens Noel, but I also have no idea because I wasn't paying attention. We can actually take the lead and force a Game 7 with not much time left. The Brandon Ingram pick and roll. Come on, Schroeder. How the hell did you just miss that shot? Well, we got to trade Dennis Schroeder now, guys. We made a big deal about trading Joel Embiid for him, and then he missed a point-blank layup. Man, Sixers fans, they officially do not like Dennis Schroeder. If they've figured out how to pronounce his name at this point, because I still haven't. So now we're down 3 points, 17 seconds left. We don't have to go for a 3-pointer just yet because, well, I don't frickin' know. I just assume we don't have to shoot a 3 at this point. So you're going to see that I just jet forward with Brandon Ingram, but he missed that one. Isaiah Thomas grabbed a rebound. I don't know how the hell he did that. Valentine with the disrespect. And it seems like your 76ers may be eliminated from the postseason here, y'all. But don't worry, because we can still pull some BS out of our hats. Speaking of which, does Nerlens Noel wear hats? Because, you know, the flat top thing. I don't know. I have to get at least 5 flat top jokes in every single video, so there's the, 4th one of this one. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I do know that we're done. Your Sixers are out of the postseason, and, I mean, to be fair, the fact that we even got here is pretty damn good. Challenging the Celtics to a Game 6, it's a good look. Shout out to Boston for going on to the second round. And we'll discuss the off-season stuff in the next video, but for now, I don't know. This thing's already 8 minutes. Shout out to you, and I'm done. He had 41 points.